Hey guys, Lefty here, back again, and I told you we just finished up recording the In a Rut video. In fact, I think that's what the audio track was called. We're going to do a live Q&A here, cigar vlog, your questions asked on Twitter, answered right here when I'm puffing on a nice stogie here. By the way, it's the perfect time to remind you, only use tobacco products if you are of legal consumption age in your state or country of residence. And always just, you know what, think about it. Give it an honest thought. Because nicotine products, whether they be electronic, vapor, or analog, they actually call them analog cigarettes now, which, what the fuck? They're not good for you. Secondhand smoke, BS and extremism aside, these not good for you. Benjamin Franklin said all things in moderation, I think, and that may be a good place to start. Although, you know, the interesting thing I've found, and Katie's sitting right across from me, and I might look at her to just kind of feel like I'm having a conversation with an actual person instead of a camera. I apologize if you feel cast aside when I'm not looking at you, but there's a lot of quotes from history that I thought were obviously said by the people that you know, history had you know, told me.
People have said.
Yes. Well, I felt like I was saying people a lot. All right, chill out. I believe Alexis de Tocqueville is said to have. Oh, what's his quote? There's a quote from Alexis de Tocqueville. I'm going to butcher it, of course, but it's supposedly he said that the American public will last as long as it takes for Congress to realize that it can bribe the people with their own money, or the people with its own money, and that for a long time that was like, oh man, that was the call to arms against government, you know, spending and just bad representation in government in a republic. But it turns out he didn't say it. It was in a book about him, but it was somebody else's quote, obviously not as prestigious as Tocqueville. So just things like that. So I don't know if Benjamin Franklin actually said all things in moderation. I'm not exactly sure. I don't. It might not be actually him, but it seems like a good thing to live by, right? All things in moderation. Okay, if you start from a place where you're doing and intaking all things in moderation, you might be missing out on some things, perhaps vitamins, but probably not going to be in a really bad spot. So anyway, that's not why you called. That's not why we recorded this video. Let's get into your questions asked on Twitter. If you want to follow me there, it's @Lefty643 or twitter.com/@Lefty643. But of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are not recording right now a Q&A live stream. So or not a live stream, a Q&A video. So just chill out. I'll let you know. First question comes from the Ultra Banana Man. I like that. It says, what is the word on your car? Now, this is interesting because it just happened today. I took my car in. I drive a Grand Marquis, and it's been squeaky steering, and oh my God. I've had problems with the car before. It needed new brakes, rotors, calipers, the whole nine. And I took it to a dealership once, and they for calipers and rotors, no, pads and rotors, the calipers were fine. Pads and rotors, installation just on the front, they wanted $1,000. I was like, uh-oh. And so I've been dreading taking my car in with the squeaky steering left and right because I'm like, oh my God, those were brakes, okay? As complicated as a modern braking system probably is, right? It's complicated, of course. But it's still pads and rotors, okay? We're not talking about a power steering column or the suspension that suspends the weight of the car between the wheels or on the axles, however the fuck it works. We're not talking about that. That's brake pads. They wanted to screw me for a G-note. Now we're talking about power steering and something might be bad in there. I was just, oh, mother of God. So, to your question, Ultra Banana Man, I took the car in today. And actually, as we were playing with my new lavalier microphone, I got a call from the guy. It was the tie rod ends. One of the ends was torn, and it's possible that that there would be crud and corrosion getting in there. So he was going to replace that. Of course, an alignment after you do any kind of front end work like that, and a joint, ball joint. Katie remembers. How did you hear the damn call when I was on the phone with the guy?
Loud as shit.
How do I turn it down?
The volume keys.
Okay, all right, because she's answering the guy's, like, she's talking to me like she's hearing while I'm on the phone with the dude. I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, it's going to cost about $600. I don't know if the price he listed me was with tax or not. I don't even know if taxes apply to service of vehicles in the great state of Illinois, but it's about $600, and you know what? That's $600 is about what I was going to pay the guy, because again, I was dreading after I was attempted. I wasn't even screwed. There was a screwing attempt done, again, committed upon me, and because of that, I was dreading going into this, but as I was thinking about it more and more, even before I got the estimate, I was like, you know what? I would probably pay the guy $500, $600 to make this problem go away. Not, because everything's overpriced, right? You get quoted a price by somebody, it's overpriced. Too much for healthcare, too much for insurance, that damn computer's too much, this is too much, that's too much, your services are too expensive, costly, are you really sure you're getting my money, or I'm getting my money's worth with your hourly rate, right? Everything's too expensive. But the guy quoted me the price and I said, all right, that's probably about what I would be willing to pay you. Any more than that, I'm like, I don't know. So that's the story of my car. It was a ball joint and a tie rod end, and hopefully by the end of today, as of this recording, it'll be done, and no more squeaky steering for old Lefty. Thank you for the question, Ultra Banana Man.